Hey, 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 welcome back to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. Jeandra, again, it's our second date. We haven't seen each other in a while.
I know, and when you share a brain like we do, that's not good. As you can see, because we coordinate, you got to coordinate. You got to have the animal prints with the animal, you got to coordinate.
Yeah, but okay, you know what? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra, LeBeauf.
Yes, we are. We are the two fly honeys in the... Well, we're going to get right to it because you know what? There's some other boxing we can talk about, but we got pressing matters because we have a gentleman, a Hall of Fame trainer.
Mm-hmm. Boxing royalty, one of the
best jabs in the game, Mr. James Buddy McGirt. Woo! Sorry. You know, we're very excited.
Exactly. What's going on, Buddy McGirt?
Thank you. Nothing much right now in Liverpool, getting Callum and Zizzo ready for the fight on the 20th.
Wait, is Callum Smith fighting on the card too?
Yeah, he's fighting WBC light heavyweight eliminator.
How did I not know this?
That's why I'm here. That's why
I saw him. I saw you training him. Okay, and then also I saw Ziad is over in Liverpool also. How's that heat wave? I mean,
one day was the heat wave, and then. The people here were losing their mind.
That's like what
yesterday was like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. You know, this guy told me when it gets hot, they shut down the subways and the trains, and he wasn't lying. It was 90 degrees. They shut down everything.
They would not last in New York or the Valley.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, I didn't know that Callum Smith is fighting, but okay, yeah, good. He used to fight, or he used to train with Joe Gallagher, and now he's under your tutelage. Which I mean, you are no stranger to UK fighters. You had Derek Chisora. Mm-hmm. Do you still have Kovalev? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay.
He just fought on.
Triller.
Yes.
You have Jannabek, like I just said, I'm so high on him, but he's the next best thing aside from Boots. And then you also have that prospect. He's going pro, Ziad. You know what? I had to keep writing his name. Amayuf.
Well, good luck with that, because I'm not going to try to say it.
Yeah, he told us you just make up names.
You make up his name?
That's true.
Oh, what's the one song he should walk out?
You should have him walk out to Double Dutch Bus, because you know how they're like, Izzo, Kizzo, it's a reside.
You should play the song for him. He'd be like, I don't understand. And when he hears it, you know what? He might enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call him in the gym, though. I go Izzo, Wizzo, Kizzo.
That's what he said. I'm like, yeah, you gotta. If you don't play Double Dutch Bus in the gym, it's a missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, but
well, right now over here, they're not gonna play no Double Dutch Bus. That's not happening.
Imagine playing that in Saudi.
They'll be like, what is
that?
This?
They'd be like, it was Buddy's idea.
Damn Americans, go home.
Oh, Buddy. But now you're back in the hot seat because a lot of eyes are on you. Like I said, I didn't know that that Callum was training for a fight because I don't even know who's on this undercard. But Ziad told us his very first pro fight that was supposed to happen, but the edible incident happened. Okay, Buddy, you've been in the game
Run it for us, please.
How long? That it has to be a new one. The guy took
that was a case of I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you admit you ate an edible. I mean, you deny it, and from what I'm hearing, I don't know how true it is, but if his urine was dirty, he could have paid a fine and still fought.
Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm just gonna save my body, I'm gonna save my brain, and just he didn't even get paid for it. So that's the sad part is that you guys don't get paid when you don't fight.
What happened? Here's the crazy part. I had left town because I was with Jannabek, so I had this other friend of mine working with Zizzo for the fight. So I said, listen, you work the fight, you get paid, you get the money. I don't want nothing. You know, I mean, you work with him the last 2 weeks. I told Zizzo, I said, pay him, don't pay me yet. Don't worry about it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what I mean? But then the fight didn't come off. But he still paid the guy, though, for working his corner. I mean, for training him, he still paid him.
That's nice. That's really sweet.
That's how you keep your karma right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so buddy, there was something that was really interesting. He said, Ziad said that he didn't even have an amateur he did have an amateur background, but since COVID, he didn't really have any pro fights. And for you to take him on, what was it about Ziad that stood out that said, you know what, I'm going to take him under my wing, even though he never got to go pro, he didn't get to go to the Olympics because of COVID. There must have been something special that stood out.
When he first came to the gym, he was with another trainer, and he was sparring guys, and guys were kicking the crap out of him, but he kept coming back. He kept coming.
Yeah.
He would not give up. He kept coming back, and he was willing to learn. And then he came to me, and he's like, "Look, coach, I want you to work with me. I want you to work with me." And I just love determination, and that I put him in with Adam Lopez, Carlos Balderas.
Yeah.
Oh wow! No wonder
He had a
Yeah.
bruised, he had a bruised rib. He had a bruised rib. He went and bought like a rib guard, put that on and sparred. So I said, this guy, he really wants this. So when you get someone like that, you gotta help.
Is just an incredible young man. He was just sharing with us some insights about just his humble beginnings of how they didn't even have a ring, they didn't have ropes, they didn't have proper padding on the board and spaces in between it. So when you spend those first days looking at him and kind of assessing him, what type of inventory? You already admired his determination. So, but then when you got down to really looking at the fundamentals, it was like, did you think, oh my God, what have I got myself into? Where does the building blocks begin with a fighter like that who didn't have the opportunity to have the extensive amateur background or even proper training items or access to anything? Where does Buddy McGirt begin with a fighter like that?
Right after I said what you just said. What the hell? What the hell did I get myself into? I love the fact that he was in the gym every day, and it got to the point some days I would have to kick him out of the gym.
Wow.
I said, get out of here and go home. Now I know he's a student. And he was doing this, when he had his test, he's like, Coach, I got to study, but can I train at night? I said, look, school is more important. Boxing ain't going nowhere. Finish, do your test, do your term papers, whatever you got to do, and then come back. The gym will be here. I'll be here. Don't worry about it. Education is first.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. He's I forgot to ask him, but he's studying psychology. He's in college.
Wow.
He's 22 years old. So that's good. At least he has a backup plan. He always says he has to have a backup plan. Everyone has to have one. But
You got it.
You have to, because you don't know boxing.
As talented as you are, you could step out your car and turn an ankle and it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. Just that simple.
Yep. But it's the sad part about this sport is that, as fighters, we make money. We blow money because we never had it. And then we think it's never going to end. And then one day it ends, and then you have nothing else to a backup plan. You have nothing to fall back on. And now you say, oh, crap, what do I do with my life now? And that's when you get guys that make comebacks, you know what I mean? Because that's all we know. So it's tough. So, I'm glad to see him going to school, preparing for life after boxing, because you have to.
Tell me, let's talk about that, Buddy. As someone with a wonderful professional career, a wonderful second career as a trainer and a teacher, when it's time they say fighters don't retire, the ring retires fighters. How did you know to step away and not be drawn back? Because we see so many fighters go back way past prime. Like James Toney, people just go back way more than
That's past their prime. They're way past their prime.
and it's scary.
It is very scary.
We're the first to know, but the last one to admit it.
Yeah.
My desire left me in 1994, but I continued to fight because I didn't know anything else. And then I got a letter from everybody's uncle telling me I owed them money, Uncle Sam. So when I got that letter, I was like, shit, the only way I'm going to pay him back is if I come back. And when I came back, I won a few fights. And then once I lost the last fight, I was like, I got to figure this shit out. Boxing ain't going to cut it. So it was a tough transition for me. I was training for a fight. I was in Colorado Springs training, and I just stopped running, and I went to my car, and I said, "That's it." And my friends are like, "What are you doing?" I said, "That's it, man. This game's over, man. Who am I kidding?" And they said, "Man, you're gonna make 200,000." I said, "I don't care if I was making 2 million, man. I'm not gonna mentally. I'm not there. I mean, I'm not gonna risk my life and my health for a couple $100,000. I'll figure this shit out when I get back home." I mean, and it was a tough time in my life because all the money I had made, everything was gone. You know, I had taken care of my family, you know, my siblings, everybody. But, you know what I mean? Like they say, when the band is playing, everybody's dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the band stopped playing, so everybody jumped ship on me. So now I go home now. I'm like, I got to figure this out. I got wife, I got kids. I'm like, damn, I got to figure this out. And, thank God, I sat back and I thought about it, and I figured out some things to do. You know, I sold a lot of cars I had. You know, I did things I had to do to get money until I was able to get on my feet as a trainer.
Did you want to be a trainer?
Since the day I started boxing on my 12th birthday, January 17th, Saturday afternoon. Sunday when I woke up, I wanted to be a trainer.
Oh, interesting. So, but you just fought so you can get to that goal or learn more? Okay.
When I turned pro, I used to train amateurs back at home. I love the feeling of teaching someone to outthink the next person. I mean, my theory is hit or not get hit. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to be able to get older and have a conversation with your kids and your grandkids.
Buddy, can you move the camera over? I see half your face.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
I'm intrigued with that because I think you are officially our first Hall of Fame guest.
Yeah.
You're our first Hall of Fame guest.
Roy Jones.
Oh, yeah, and Roy Jones.
Roy.
But we didn't get a chance to really talk to him about, because that's a perfect example of Roy, of someone who continued and continued and continued to fight and kept, chasing the next thing. And so now, after going through that journey yourself, what do you tell your young fighters about that period or to even rewind it back, you said this was in 1994. What fight was going on that you just mentally checked out? What was happening at that time in your life?
I had just came back from a rotator cuff injury. Mm-hmm. You know, they told me my career was over when I got injured in 93. But I came back and I fought my way back to a championship fight. I fought a kid named Pat Coleman on CBS. Mm-hmm. And after I won the fight, they told me, "You got the rematch with Pernell." And I started crying. And when I started crying, the feeling right there left me. I didn't want to fight anymore that day.
Oh. Why is that?
Because I did what they said I couldn't do. They said I couldn't come back. They said my career was over a year before. And here it was a year later, I was back where they said I couldn't be. But it was such a long, hard road that I had went through it. That was my second time because I got injured in 1990. I tore a bicep tendon, and they told me my career was over. And I was able to come back and win a title a year later. So after that second time, it just wore me out.
Knowing with those injuries that you have in training fighters now, what advances do you have now that you wish you would have had back then when you were getting those injuries, if any?
You know, I look at it like this. If I didn't go through what I went through then, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
I mean, obviously, your record, it says it all. You have 73 fights, 6 losses, 1 draw, and 48 KOs. I mean, it's a pretty impressive record. And then also we look at Pernell Whitaker. I know that there, out of all the fighters, I know a lot of people know Pernell as a jabber, but you said something that he had one of the strongest body punchers. He's like a body snatcher almost.
When he hit you to the body, I felt like somebody kicked me in the stomach.
Really?
When he hit me in the head, it didn't bother me. But when he hit me to the body, I wanted to say, "Look, man, you can hit me all day in the head. Lay off the body."
Wow. Rest in peace, Sweet Pea. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. One day, one round, and the first fight was kind of close. You know, he won it, but kind of second fight, he beat the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And he hit me so many times in the second fight, I thought that I was surrounded. I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Oh my goodness. When you listen, when we talk about these fights or when people bring it up, does it replay in your mind as if you're right back in that ring with them?
Yeah. The second fight I tried to forget because I took I mean, he beat the hell out of me, but I mean, I can't take nothing away from that night. He was on that night. I got to give it to him.
I'm just looking at the names of just even the referees and just all these people who were refereeing your fight and the ringside judges. All these people are still working in boxing right now.
Yeah, minus Harold Letterman.
Exactly. I'm looking at the referee for the Pat Coleman fight, Arthur Mercante Jr., Chuck Giampa. All these people are still in and around boxing.
Yeah.
You started Larry Hazard. You should do my fights.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the story now. Before he became commissioner, then when I fought Pinella in the Garden, Lou Duva and them were like, well, Buddy McGirt, that's his home. You know, we need a fair referee. So I said, well, get Larry Hazard to do it. And my manager and them they called Madison Square Garden, who were my promoters. They called Larry Hazard, and bam, he did the first fight with Pinella. He was still commissioner, but he was able to do our fight in New York.
God, so many things have changed, buddy. I mean, the landscape of boxing, where it is then, where it is now, where it's going. Ziad is like he's writing the history as we speak for boxing in Saudi Arabia right now, and he said that's a very, very heavy thing to carry on his shoulders, which I can agree. Where do you see boxing heading into? We're 2022. What do you want to see of this sport?
Only thing I want to see is the best fighting the best. That's all.
Are we not seeing that right now?
I mean, like now, 9 times out of 10, when a fight is made and when the guys get in the ring, you know who's going to win.
Yeah.
You just look at the corner and you say, okay, we know the deal. I mean, we know this guy should win. I mean, every now and then you get an upset, but 9 times out of 10, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's not like back in the day when you never knew who was going to win. Like, you might not have an idea, but the opponent could turn the tables at any time.
Yeah. When the Tank and Ryan Garcia fight happens, that's a fight that is to be had. Who do you see? How can that end, or how will that end?
I got to go with Tank.
Will he lay out Ryan, or can Ryan?
He'll knock him out.
Oh.
He's got too many guns. He's got, he's fought the better opposition. He's been in fights where, he had to make adjustments. See, Ryan, every fight Ryan's been in, he's always dominated.
Yeah.
But he's never had someone that he hit with his best shot come back and hit him with the hardest shot. Now he's got to make an adjustment. So I think Tank should get him in those deep waters, and then you can see what he's made of.
Is Tank considered your pound for pound, like on many people's?
No, pound for pound right now, I got to go with Crawford, Spence, and believe it or not, Ennis.
See, I am so high on Boots Ennis. He hasn't fought for a belt yet, but he is the IBF mandatory for Spence. And we said it, if that fight with Crawford sadly doesn't happen, I mean, it has to happen, then he's next in line.
That's got to happen. I mean,
it has to.
Boxing, it's like Hearns and Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
That's the fight that has to happen. It has to.
But it's sad that it's been marinating. It's like with those two, Hearn and Ray Leonard, it was like they wanted to fight. They wanted to fight. And here we're like, can we just get the fight already? Damn. Like, I don't care about who's side A, side B. Just make this fight already happen. Okay, now we're going to have to talk about it. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford for all the marbles. Who do you have in that one?
That's a fight that I just have to I would just want to go to. I'd pay to go to that fight. I'd pay for a ringside ticket. I just want to sit there and watch some real guys fight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick a winner because I'm friends with both of them. Errol Spence was born in my hometown in New York, in Long Island. Uh-huh. And Terence, me and Terence are good friends. I've always said Terence was one of the best. But right now, they're the two men in the division. And I just hope the winner fights Mr. Ennis.
Okay, either winner. How do they fare against Boots?
That's gonna. Listen, those are fights that you just can't pick them. It's like Ali Frazier.
Yeah.
You just gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back and may the best man win and enjoy some boxing.
Now, switching back over to your gym, You have a wide range. I'm just these three guys for the sake of discussion. You have Ziad, who is making his pro debut. Then you have a very veteran fighter in Kovalev, and then now you have your new pupil, Callum Smith. What is your how do you manage your time? How do you schedule them? What are their needs? I mean, these are all experienced fighters. They're not going to have the same needs as a Ziad, you know. So
it's like raising kids. It's like raising kids.
Do you give them timeout?
Exactly.
Yes. You know, I also have a kid who was an Olympian, Carlos Balderas.
Yeah.
Yes, and Balderas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give everybody their own time.
Okay.
So some come like at 10 o'clock, and then I have the next act come at 11:30. Then the next act come at 12:31. So, you know, I'm in the gym all day. And the crazy part is you got to deal. Say if you got 5 guys, you got to deal with 5 different personalities every day. You never know what they're going to come through that door with. Some have girlfriend problems, some have wife problems, some stomach hurt, toe hurt. You know, it's. I'm telling you, it's
You're
like
their
raising
therapist.
kids. It's like raising. That's what you got to be. And sometimes some will come in in a bad mood, and it's like, okay, I got to deal with this shit today. So now I got to put my thinking cap on, and I got to get this out of him today. How am I going to do it? Then I got to figure it out. And then I say something or do something that gets their attention, and I got to ride that wave until I get out of them what I need to get out of them that day. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, it's not easy. If you love your job, it's not easy. If you care about your fighters, it's not easy. You know, I mean, I had an old school trainer. So if I went to the gym and said I had a stomach ache, he'd say, well, I don't know why you came here. Get ready. You know, if you got a
kick
stomach
you in
ache,
your stomach. All right, you good?
if you got a stomach ache, why'd you come? You could have stayed home and called me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, guys come in, hey, coach, you know, my hand is a little sore today. I say, good. That's why God gave you 2 hands. Let's go.
Do you guys have a secret group text? Like, do you and Freddie Roach and Robert Garcia, do y'all text each other like, oh my God,
these divas?
How do we do it? How do we do it?
I call Ronnie Shields, and I make him laugh. I said, Ronnie, you're not gonna believe what happened today. I had a fight of sparring a couple months ago, and he threw up in the middle of sparring.
Oh.
So the guy he was boxing with went to get out, and he went to get out. I'm like, what are y'all doing? He said, well, I threw up. I'm like, you didn't throw up blood, so we're going to wipe it up.
Ew.
And get back to business.
Next time, don't eat that before you come to the gym.
Right.
Hello.
Right. Right.
He's like, well, coach. He said, coach, I said, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you was in a fight? He goes, I'll fight. Well, hello, let's go. I said, I'm in this gym. It's 900 degrees. Nobody's leaving this damn ring. We're all going to sweat together. And he went out, and he had his best round of sparring.
Ah.
Breakthrough.
Yeah.
So you got to go back to school with Ziad on the psychology tip, and that's going to be the 3rd career of Buddy McGirt.
There you go.
Babe, let me tell you, it's dealing with fighters. It's crazy. I love it, but you got to be crazy to be in the business.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're still in it.
Okay.
Now, what made you ladies get into boxing?
Well, for me, I used to watch boxing with my dad. And we used to watch Wide World of Sports. And, you know, he was like, you ain't watching no cartoons till my boxing go off.
Yep.
So that was the agreement that we had to make, or whatever bribe he had for me that day, some ice cream. We can go to the mall, get some earrings, whatever. But I was going to have to watch the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And that's what it was. And I developed an appreciation and a love. And I'm the youngest, and I got older brothers, and I used to be fighting and slapping around with my brothers. So I was trying to pick up some techniques, how to get them fools off me.
There you go.
You know, I gave my brother a good uppercut.
Your partner?
Mine
Cynthia
is so opposite of yours. I didn't watch boxing as a kid with my dad. I watched it when I was older, but I also love the art of the interview and just getting the story out about a fighter and just getting them to talk to me about things. And I started boxing. Well, I only did it to train in the ring, to stay in shape. And I really loved the art of it. Just like, it's such a mental game, like don't get hit. Please don't get hit. Because sparring really hurts. It's not nice to get hit in the face. And I'm like, I don't like this. But it was just what it did for my body, what it did for my mental health. And just talking to the fighters or the trainers of why they do it, it was so fascinating to me. I'm like, I got to make a career out of this. And sure enough, that's what I do. That's what I do. I love talking to people like you and just why you do it. Why you still stick around, and then the mental health, which is a really big aspect of this sport that's not really spoken too much about, but we know it's there. And then just also, I love a bloody knockout. I love bloody wars. So, but
and once it gets in your system,
you can't get rid of it.
The day I put on the glove, I was done.
Yeah. It's true.
The day I put on some gloves, I was done too. I did one workout and I was like, you know what? I like watching boxing. I did. And it was just a workout. It wasn't like I was sparring with anybody. They dropped that heavy bag on my midsection. I'm like, oh, hell no. No, this ain't for me. But I do enjoy it, but just not on the outside of the ring.
I get, you know what, we're going to have to visit your gym when she lives in LA and I live here in Vegas, but when we ever come out there, or if you're ever in Vegas, you got to come and put us through man hell workout. For sure. Your man hell.
Hey, listen, it'd be my pleasure.
Fun. You know, buddy, I've seen pictures of your gym and your beautiful artwork, and your buddy who did all your artwork in your gym gave me some artwork for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad.
Yes. I have a big ask him. Tell him you did the show with the girl you painted the painting for. I got this big monstrosity painting of myself. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I was like, wow, this is a lot.
It's a beautiful picture. It's more of like her lips,
of me,
but it's so beautiful.
It's of me. It's of me. So when you have a big gym that draws so much talent, how do you keep the talent? How do you keep people out? How do you weed them out? What's your criteria to making it into your gym?
Well, it's like this. I just tell everybody, look, you come in, you can do the work. Just respect everybody, respect everybody's fighters. You know what I mean? But you can get 20 people in there, but then 10 will float away. You know what I mean? I mean, like we have one ring, and like I have one thing in the gym. That is, if guys have a fight coming up, they get the ring first. I don't care if it's a 4-round fight or a 20-round fight.
Yeah.
If they got a fight coming up, we got to respect that. Like, look, your guys are not fighting anytime soon. This kid's fighting in 2-3 weeks. He's got to spar first. And some people get mad. Oh, he's only fighting 4 rounds, only fighting 6 rounds. So what? Still fighting.
Yeah. They ain't fighting none.
You're right.
You know what I mean? He's still fighting. Those 4 rounds might seem like 15 rounds to him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you got to give him that respect. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I'm just an old school guy. And a lot of guys get mad, but, I mean, it is what it is.
What are your thoughts on people? I love when the tales come out of the gym about sparring and, the whole what happens in the gym stays in the gym. Has there ever been a story that leaked out of your gym that just really pissed you off? People pillow talking or talking about what's going on in the gym. And can you share it?
Yeah, I can share it because it was all over. Tank Davis boxed with... Oh my God, I can't think of the guy's name right now.
Didn't Tank share that? Did Tank share that?
Yeah, but see, here's the crazy part. They said no filming.
Oh. How did they film it? How did they not see a camera? Do they have like some spyware?
Nope. They stood right up there and they filmed. And damn, I can't think of the guy's name. I got it on the tip of my tongue.
We'll find out. CIA over here.
I already got the typing like,
And the guy came in to box him, and I looked at the guy and I'm saying to myself, why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
What? His trainer said, nah, buddy, we're going to box Tank. I said, hey, man, listen, it's on you. I'm not responsible. Now, Tank this is what I love about Tank. Tank did not have Redkach. It was Ivan Redkach.
Yeah. Okay.
So Tank didn't have a mouthpiece. I said, yo, champ, you don't have a mouthpiece. He goes, don't worry, buddy. He went in the bathroom and got tissue. He got toilet paper and put in his mouth.
That's a new one.
It was so bad that Tank stopped and got out the ring.
Oh. And that's...
I mean, he was hitting him, man. I was like, my God. Now I'm looking at the other guy's trainer like, yo, you can't let your guy, take this beat. I'm going to stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Tank just stopped. Tank said, "Don't worry, buddy." He stopped. He said, "Don't worry," and he stopped. And the guy's like, "Oh, he's scared." I'm saying to myself, "You almost got killed, bro."
Man, the stories that they twist.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. We're going to have to clip this out.
I know,
the man, wait a minute, buddy. Come on now. The man went and put some toilet paper in his mouth, and he thought that was sufficient.
And it worked for him. He didn't get hit. He didn't need it.
I was going to say he knew that Ivan was not a threat. Did he even wear nothing?
He jumped right on. And, they had set this up like 2 days before.
Oh.
Because Tank said, "Your buddy, I'm a boxer, I have a Redkach." I'm like, "You fighting soon?" He's like, "No." He goes, "But he called me and said he wanted this work." I was like, "No, he didn't." He said, "Yes, he did." I said, "And that's on him." I made him sign a release form.
Wow.
I said, I'm not responsible. And Tank went to work on him, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But then Tank stopped. I got to give him credit, though. He stopped and got out the ring.
It's crazy because, that's where a lot of the injuries happen is in training. It's in sparring. And for him to go all out, and credit to Tank for stopping, and the fact that someone released it and then turn the story of saying that Tank was scared and whatever else, however else they spun it. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
And then I saw it the next day on Instagram. I was like, "Yo, who recorded this?" And there was like 20 people that Tank came with a crew. He didn't come by himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he did stop. He said, "Buddy, that's it, buddy." He got out the ring because he was. Oh yeah. It wasn't pretty.
All right, TMZ, if all of you people, we know the story from the man that was there.
Because I never saw that.
If anybody else tells you different, they lying their ass off.
Wait, can we talk about Jannabek?
Oh yeah, there you go.
One of the other fighters I'm high on. We spoke about earlier that the WBO has now ordered the fight against Demetrius Andrade for his belt. Whether or not this fight is going to happen, I don't know. Demetrius was supposed to move up to super middle, but because the fights were not happening with Gennady or Charlo, whoever else. Now Jannabek I remember he tweeted it. It's like, "I'm going to knock him out." He's just so simple.
Well, they gave Andrade 30 days after the last fight.
Yeah.
And nothing has happened.
Yeah. Because he has no promoter. Matchroom dropped him. I don't know who else will pick him up to help promote it. From what I know, it was Dimitri Salidas. So I don't know exactly if this fight's supposed to move forward, but I'm very excited about Jannabek because he is a very skilled technician, and when he's ready to knock you out, he'll do it. And that's what I like about it. I always say that about those Eastern Europeans. I don't know what's in the water, but you could see it in their eyes. It's just one and done. They just want to knock them out. It's the ice out there.
It's the ice and the snow. They pulling out
and the bears
trout right out the river.
Did you ever see that one thing on Twitter where I don't know if they were Russians, but they're like, this is how they train, and they have this bear pushing this tree, and it's a straight up bear.
A bear pushing a tree. Damn, they serious.
I don't know if it's like Siberia.
I'm gonna find it. The bear was in the background, and this guy is just shadow boxing or doing something.
There's two guys, and then this bear pushing this tree thing, and I'm like, oh, this is some interesting stuff. I go, this is how I would assume what's his name? Shoot, the one that everyone wants to fight in Canelo's division. The
Bivol.
No, the other one. They're really jacked up. Fuck, he just fought.
Oh, the kid from Canada?
Yes.
Better be it.
Better be up. Yeah, that's how I picture him training.
Yes.
But what is it about Jannabek that's very special? Because I know a lot of people see it, a lot of fans, a lot of boxing. I don't want to say boxing.
He can fight. He's the real deal.
How did he come to you? Did you find him or he found you?
No, they found me. Eagles called me. And said to me, "I have a kid who's special, and he wants you to train him."
Yeah.
So I said, "All right, bring him down. Let's work out for a few days and see if we have some type of chemistry, and if it works, we go from there."
Well, it always wonders. It always makes me wonder with the language barrier for a lot of fighters and a lot of trainers. we hear one, you're telling him, and then you hear a translator in the corner. Does it really translate to them when you're saying, stick to the jab, do this, do that, and then you hear them speaking their language? Does it come off the same? Because I know when people are translating, they're like, that's not what he said. So
it's not, and it's right. It's true. It's not. It's not. So now we have, like, over the years, it took a couple of fights, but he can look at me and he can tell what I want him to do. Just by my hand movement, I can show him. He gets it.
Okay.
But no, you're right. The translator tells them what they want to tell them.
Yeah. I remember reading an article in Customato would do numbers. Like he would say, you know how you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, the typical training. But for his method was left hook to the body, we say like number 2. He would just say numbers to them and they would get it. And I was like, that's so smart. If you don't speak the language, I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's too much to remember. Like, I don't know, but you just think of it. When you think of baseball, you think of like all the signs. They just remember. I was just very curious about that. But no, I'm very high on Jannabek. He's a future world champion. I'm calling it right now. He's going to, he's going to sweep that division. This is a bold prediction by me. I'm going to get a lot of hate.
I like bold predictions. So, hey. I'm not mad at that.
I tell everybody he's gonna. You're right. He's gonna rule that division.
Good. We want him on the show, so I'm putting that in. And to tell Igis, we would like his fighters because Igis knows. Telling you, Lomachenko, Usyk, he knows. He just knows. He just knows. He has a knack for seeing who's going to be future world champions and future undisputed champions. So tell Igis to give us a call. We'd love to bring him to the round table talk or have all things.
Gotcha.
So what fighters do you like who are outside of your stable? You already mentioned Crawford and Spence and Boots Ennis that you had in high regard. If there was any fighter, doesn't have to be a top guy, it could be any guy. If you could pluck a guy to just because you enjoy his skills or his style and you just want to work with him just to see, what it's like, not trying to steal him or anything like that. You just enjoy the way he fights. Who is somebody you'd like to work with or just even spend some time in the ring with, just checking out his skills?
There's quite a few, but I'm not going to say names because then if you say a name and God forbid I'm somewhere talking to the fighter and someone hears this show, they're going to swear I'm still in the fight.
Well, that's why I had to put that disclaimer on.
But people they just so insecure that if they see you talking to a fighter and you could be asking the fighter directions. They don't know what you're saying and they feel threatened and bam, there's an argument or rumors start. So there's quite a few guys, but I'm not going to mention any names to be honest.
We'll just say how about what type of style? What type of style interests you, and then people can draw their own conclusions to who you're talking about.
I like guys that are smart and think. Just thinking that, you know what I mean? Just don't go in there throwing punches. But now you get guys that put pressure that are smart. And I like guys that can make adjustments.
Yeah.
So not too many guys can make adjustments. If it's not going their way, they're still trying. It's like, no, you got to switch gears midstream. Not too many guys can do that today.
What's a tool that fighters have now that you feel like are limiting them? There's lots of advances in cryogenics and all this stuff in place of ice baths and no chopping woods and chasing chickens and all that old school stuff that fighters used to do. Some fighters still do it. What's something that fighters do that are crippling? The only one chasing chickens was Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. That's the only one that was chasing chickens. I ain't never seen no shit like that. But I think personally that there's no more teachers in the game. There's trainers. What's the difference?
There's a handful of teachers.
Explain the difference between the two, like the nuance between the two of those things.
Okay, you could train a guy how to throw a jab, but if you teach a guy how to throw a jab, it's a difference. If you throw a combination and the guy just doing the combination and the guy asks you, okay, coach, why do you want me to throw this combination? If you can't explain it to him, then why are you having him do it? Sometimes I listen to trainers tell a fighter in the gym, to make a move, and then the fighter says, okay, but why? And the trainer looks at him, just do it. No, tell him why. Can you tell him why? No, you can't tell him why. Why? Because you don't know why.
Are there controls in place? And audience, forgive me if I'm supposed to know the answer to this because I don't. But what are the rules when it comes to being a trainer and dealing with commissions and things and licensing and all of that? Because a lot of that world is very foreign to me because I don't participate in that. What is the criteria? Can I go to a gym tomorrow and be like, okay, I'm a trainer, I'm training people?
Yep. You know, it's the first thing most of these young fighters is going to ask you.
What?
Do you know how to hold the mitts?
Oh, that's true.
And you say, yeah, you got a job.
That's true.
One, they don't want to pay the trainer what they're supposed to pay him. You know, they don't want to do that. If they can get somebody that can hold mitts, they think they got it all figured out. It's like your homeboy. You have no idea what's going on. I seen a guy in the gym one time. He was doing all that fancy stuff. You know what I mean? Then when he got done, I said, "Okay, young fella, tell me one thing you learned today. One thing." He couldn't answer me. Then what good was it?
Why are these kids in love with the pads like that? I'm so hearing.
It's just choreography. It's choreography.
Hey, say it again, please.
Choreography.
Thank you very much. Because
But no one fights like that in a fight for real, for real.
Nah,
But people don't think like that.
it's good for
That's
the
the sad
gram,
part.
for the TikTok. That's why.
The only fighter who probably
Okay.
fights that fast or has hands that fast would probably be like Gary Russell.
Yeah.
And maybe like Loma or somebody like that who's just you know, just firing away like that. But your average fighter,
You don't see someone throwing like 20 uppercuts at one time. You know, you can barely get one uppercut from some fighters at times in a fight.
I do that in my Les Mills.
That's what the fight game is missing. Fight game is missing teachers. That's what the fight game is missing. There's a handful. You can count them on one hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys that can teach, you know what I mean, a guy how to fight. And, I mean, anybody can tell you. I can sit in the gym for like 6 months, and then I can say, okay, I'm going to go off stuff I saw other people do. And that's what happens. A lot of these guys, you know, I mean, I seen a guy in the gym showing a guy something. I said to myself, I said, look, no disrespect, but your guy's not sparring here. He goes, what are you talking about, buddy? I'm like, listen, he's not ready. I didn't want to tell him, you don't know what the hell you're doing. I just said, your guy's not ready. But he would have got that kid hurt. The stuff he had him doing, I'm like, he's going to get this kid hurt. I can't have that here.
Do you have a next gen guy, a younger guy who works with you that you see he could be the next great trainer or next great teacher?
You know what? I'm going to say this. You get some guys you bring in to help you. But the sad part about this game is they go behind your back, stab you in the back. So you try to help them. You try to help them, and then you know they think they know more than you. They get comfortable with the fighter, and bam! Before you know it, the fighter's not listening to you no more. He's listening to him.
What keeps you going?
Me?
At this point?
At this point, the love of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't surround. As I gotten older, I've gotten more smarter. So I don't surround myself with people that are not from the old school as far as helping me. You know what I mean? Because the old school guys understand.
Yeah.
You know, you shake a hand with a guy from the old school, you shake your hand, you make a deal, bam. You know, it's done. Guys today, you shake the hand, that don't mean nothing. You know, I have a guy that, you know, me and him we're training these guys together right now. So I said, look, I got to go with Callum. I said, so you stay with these two guys. Now they fight a week after I get back. I said, I'll come to the fight, work the fight with you. I said, but you keep the money. And he's like, no, buddy, we got a deal. I said, no. I said, understand this. You're going to be with them for the next 5 weeks. I'm not going to be here. So why should I come back and take money out your pocket? I'm away making money. So I'm not going to make money and come back and take half of your money and I'm not here. No. You've been here. You put in all the work. You have to deal with all the BS. I'm going to come help you at the fight, but you take the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
And the fight is like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, this man's going to be with you for 5 weeks. I'm going to come in for 3 days. And then after the 3 days, the deal that I have with him, I'm going to take my cut. No, give it all to him. I'm still part of the team, but I'm away making money. If I'm away making, money. Why would I come back and take your money?
You are a gentleman and a scholar for sure, because we know it ain't getting down like that. Folks gonna be like, run me my coins.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a couple things that we do this all the time. We are called Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I know that you love women's boxing, and I know you're excited about some fights. Are you excited about some fights? Are there any fighters that you are excited about? Women
But
fighters?
the women fights?
Yeah.
I love watching the women fight because they fight harder than the guys.
Thank you very much.
Say that again, buddy
Thank you
McGirt.
very much.
From the Hall of Famer.
They fight harder because they have more to prove.
Yeah.
And I love it. I know if it's a fight with two women, I know it's going to be a good fight.
Okay, so we have some very big fights coming up in August. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. Thoughts on that?
I've never seen Savannah Marshall fight, to be honest. So, but am I going to watch the fight? Yes.
Okay, and then how about, I don't know if you follow Twitter, but Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgarten. Their Twitter war is amazing.
They're amazing.
They're so good.
I don't. The only thing I do on social media is Instagram, and I'm not good at that. My kids run it for me because I'm not good at that stuff.
All right. Okay. Well, now we asked Ziad about the Usyk versus Joshua as a trainer. Since Joshua has brought in Robert Garcia to change up his style, be a little bit more aggressive. He can't box Usyk because that's what he tried to do the first time, and we saw what happened. Will that help? Will his game plan kind of go out the window and just revert back to how he normally trained with McCracken?
In a fight of this magnitude, you can't make no big adjustments with a guy who's been doing it one way for so long. You got to make minor adjustments that's going to get him through. And then you get him through this fight, then you add a little more the next fight. Mm-hmm. But if you try to make drastic changes now, what happens is he gets hit in the fight. He's gonna be stuck in between what you taught him and his regular way, and he's gonna go back to what he knows best. So you just got to take a little bit. Just work on something minor that you feel that's going to get him through the fight. And then once you get him through the fight, then you go to the next phase.
You know what was so crazy when Joshua said, my team told him he thought he was winning the entire time. He was like, I was boxing like Ali. And I was so surprised how, when we watch fights on TV, what we want to hear in the corner, I'm like, are they saying that you're losing rounds, or are they just fluffing it? And the fact that they didn't, they led him to believe that he was winning. I thought that was so mind-boggling to me.
What's your technique in the corner when the guy is down?
Oh,
What do you say to your guy?
If a guy's losing, I'm going to let him know. Yo, champ.
Would you rather? Okay, buddy. Would you rather fly or be invisible?
Fly.
Would you rather be tall or short?
Short, like I am. I've always been short, so I love being short.
Would you?
Closer to the ground.
But yet he wants to fly. All right.
But when I land, you won't see me.
That's true. Stealth mode. Okay, would you rather know how to sing or know how to dance?
That's a good one.
Sing.
I'm thinking about that myself.
Sing. Would you rather know how to sing like Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake, or play the piano like
None?
None?
No. I want to sing like Keith Sweat.
Nobody, baby, nobody. Oh my God!
Or Gerald Levert. God bless him, you know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna put this on Twitter. Who wants to go see Buddy sing like Keith Sweat?
Nobody. Do you go to karaoke? And if you do, what's your go-to song?
It's got to be like Keith Sweat or Jaheim or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Jaheim.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. No. See, now you playing, and you in Liverpool. You got time. You got to give us like a good 6. Give us some bars. Give it to us. Give us some.
Sing it.
No, I can't.
You got to. You got to.
Hold it. I got to be in the car, and I got to have a few drinks of wine in me. Baby, I'll sing like I'm green. You
Oh my God! Let me find out.
You give me some red wine, baby. Shoot, what? I'll be on BET, baby.
I'm about to If you are in Liverpool, whatever camera we're looking at, if you are in Liverpool and you see Buddy McGirt, bring him a bottle of Shiraz and take him to the local karaoke spot, and he's about to, you God. Say no.
Hey, you're going to see me. They're going to say
yes.
I'm going to be all over Twitter, Bitter, and I'm going to be over everything. Instagram, Facebook.
Oh my God, that was
okay.
So
well, we're gonna plan that. So the next time you're in Vegas, you got to come to the studio and film with us, and we'll have the wine on the table.
Oh yeah,
believe that.
We will.
Hey, don't get me in the car now. When I'm in the car, you can't tell me that I am not getting a Grammy because I know I can sing.
What's the last song you sang in the car?
I was singing. I was singing the song by Gerald Levert. Baby You Are.
How does that go again?
I don't know.
I don't know that song.
I don't know that song. I really don't.
Know that song.
I don't know. Maybe if I know
I know that song.
Maybe if I heard.
I am 47 years old. Of course I know that song.
If you don't know Baby, that is the Kiznak right there.
Is that how you got your wife? Were you singing Gerald Levert?
That's how I get my ass out the doghouse.
Okay, we gotta finish. Okay, Buddy, would you rather be a lion or a bear?
Bear.
Would you rather have no internet or no cell phone?
Ooh.
That's
no internet.
Okay. Would you rather eat chicken or would you rather eat steak?
Steak.
Would you rather be a dog or a cat?
Dog.
Would you rather eat a raw onion or raw garlic? Ooh. Yeah.
Onion.
And would you rather get struck by lightning or picked up by a tornado? You like to fly.
Nah. Struck by lightning. That tornado, you can't control it. Your ass.
And then last question. If you were to invite 3 people to dinner, past or present, in anyone in the world, who would you invite to dinner?
Mike.
I'm making you think.
Nah, I mean, you say this is not going to be broadcasted?
Oh no, this will be in a separate segment.
Okay, how about this? Wait. Okay, wait. So for the sake of editing, give us the PC answer.
Yeah, and then
tell us the real answer. We'll cut the. We promise.
We'll edit that out.
Because I'm curious now. So give us the PC answer, and then give us the real answer that we'll edit.
I can't answer that one.
So Buddy would like to have Rihanna,
Beyonce,
and like Pam Green, Pam Grier.
Hey, Rihanna, right? She sang that. Which one sang that song? Umbrella.
Rihanna. Every man wants to go somewhere with Rihanna. I already knew that was on the list.
No. Let me tell you what happened. How I met her.
Oh.
I'm in a restaurant in L.A.
Uh-huh.
I'm half a bottle of cognac in.
Did you start singing her song? Oh shit!
No.
Oh.
She was sitting next to me. I didn't know who she was.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and the person I was with said, "Yo, you know who that is right there?" I said, "No." And she's with her bodyguards. I'm like, "No, I don't know who it is." So he said her name. I'm like, "Okay, am I supposed to know?"
Oh my God!
And then he started singing the song. I looked at her. I said, "Miss, no disrespect, but I'm tired of hearing that goddamn song from my kids."
Oh my God, Betty!
Oh my God!
What happened? Did she
started laughing.
Oh.
She's like, you know what?
I'm tired too.
I gotta respect that. I said, no disrespect, sweetheart. I said, please. And on the bodyguard looking at me like he wants to whip my ass, but he would have got a bad decision that night. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have whooped his ass.
So I'm looking, I said, miss, no disrespect. I said, but my daughter sing that song every freaking day. And she was cracking up. She's like, you're too much. I said, look, I got to be honest with you, but God bless you. Uh-huh. And she gave me a hug and she left.
Oh my
Buddy
God.
McGirt, you are a pimp, okay? But see, this is what you, gentlemen, take note, whatever camera I'm supposed to be looking at.
Yeah.
If you, well, you got to be from New York because New York men are ballsy.
Yeah,
and
they
we like
are.
that about New York men. So that's number one. And if you ever meet a celebrity, just tell them you tired of them and
Yeah.
they'll give you a hug.
I said, babe, I said, it's a great song, but every day, and she just bust out laughing. I said, my daughters wake up playing that goddamn song, they go to sleep playing that.
If we shine, we'll
Oh
shine
my
together.
God. Imagine telling
See.
your kids that, oh, by the way, I met Rihanna today,
And she hugged me.
I said that I was so tired of hearing this song. I mean, as a kid, I would be mortified, but
Okay.
I hope you got a picture
You
with
know what my daughter said when I told her? She goes, Dad, what was you drinking?
And the best part about it is, well, we here at the Best Women's Boxing Show, we do not advocate violence, only in the ring.
Yep.
If her bodyguard tried to whoop your ass, you would have whooped his ass.
Oh, my
Can you
God.
imagine this headline? Buddy McGirt tells Rihanna he's tired of her. Bodyguard swings on him and he knocks him out.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
Hey, I'd have whooped his ass singing that song.
Ella, 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 eh, eh.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to wrap soon. The one thing that we had to float to you that, since you guys are going to Jeddah, Ziad, we're like maybe WWE, and you can start slamming people, body slamming, and get him ready for that.
Exactly.
We would love to imagine getting in nice little tights, little whole outfit,
And a nice little
Ooh.
check.
you.
Yeah, you got to go out there with them because you
I ain't
know
wearing no tights. I ain't
you
wearing
got to wear a singlet.
no.
Buddy, you
I
ain't
don't
wearing
wear
a singlet.
tight clothes. I can't wear tight clothes.
Buddy wearing a singlet.
All right. Okay. So
I can't wear tight clothes.
Yes, you can. Anyone can. All right. And the one last question that is a lot of people are wondering, and even Rachel's wondering, on a from 1 to 10, how excited are you to ride a camel
Ooh.
in Jeddah?
I'm not excited at all to ride a damn camel. I know my ass gonna be killing me.
Just sit between the humps. You be all right.
Right? It's gonna be hot.
You know,
Cradle of civilization is hot.
I'm telling you this though. I'm telling you this. I told them if I don't have air conditioning in my hotel,
Oh.
I am getting on a plane and bringing my black ass back home.
Oh God.
I told him, I said, look, because Rachel was like, you have any requests? And I told Zizzo, I told them, and I told Callum, if I don't have no AC, my black ass is coming back to the United States. I'm telling you right now.
All
can
the way.
see that on
First
his
thing
rider.
smoking. Air conditioning.
Arrogant.
Right here in this hotel I'm in right now,
Yeah.
I have a kitchen. I got everything.
Take us
There's
on a
no
tour.
damn AC.
What?
No. Well, at least there's no heat.
Well, he's
wave.
in Liverpool, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I still like to sleep with at 60 degrees, even though if it's 50 degrees outside.
That part.
All right.
And the fan.
Okay, and then last, we're going to wrap this up. Before you go into the fight with Ziad and also Callum Smith, can you send a message to both of them before they go into battle, into war, August 20th?
Well, my message would be to both of them, that you worked hard, you put in the time, you put in the work, and God bless you on your journey, and I wish you nothing but the best. And go in there and handle your business.
There you go.
Period.
Plain and simple with Buddy McGirt. Thank you, Buddy, for hanging out with us.
Buddy
and
coming to the
chatting.
studio
I
with
know,
us.
Buddy. You're going to come over and hang out with us on the brown table, talk with
Yes.
the brown girls.
Cool, no problem. Just don't play umbrella.
We know
That's
we
going to be
will.
your walkout music.
And
It's
Gerald
going to be some
Laverne.
red wine and the cognac.
You got to get, as soon as you get off the phone, put on Gerald Laverne. Baby, you are.
We totally will.
Okay.
We totally will.
We're going to sing it together and send it to you.
I know, right? Yep.
Hey, and when your man plays, you can't be mad at him. You got to say, whatever you did, I forgot, baby. I love you.
Thank you so much, Buddy, for chiming in
Okay.
with us from Liverpool. And have a safe trip. Hopefully you have the AC. And I think he left us. I'm not exactly
He
sure.
said I'm out.
All right.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right, buddy. Thank you, and get some sleep. Oh, that was so fun.
Ella, under my umbrella.
I mean, this would you rather? There's certain segments that we can do with certain. Okay, but the segment with Buddy McGirt was incredible, and just learning his story the things that, you know, I know he's always wanted to talk about it.
Ella,
Oh
under
my
my umbrella.
Oh my God, that was fun. But again, it was a great episode, Jeandra, and in our studio. But we're back for some more, guys. So you guys tune in, like, share, subscribe to all of our videos. We drop one every Tuesday, Thursday. There you go. 12 p.m. Pacific time. So you guys tune in. Again, thank you. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LeBeauf.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.